So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first-day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Sorloth finds himself in the starting lineup. Alvarez! And another try! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Villarreal with the corner, there first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Koundé cuts it out. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. And he's managed to get free. That has been knocked clear. Pedri. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Spread it left.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Finds himself uncertain. And Cruyff! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Spread out to the left. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Ah, such a clever touch. Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he get it through? Vinicius Junior. And here's Alvarez. Now it's Pedri, picked out brilliantly. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Bellingham. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Dovbik! And that's caused a worry or two. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And a shot! Well, now it's a race. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Villarreal have the chance to go the other way. That looks a cracking ball. He's through, it's one-on, shapes to shoot! Camavinga.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Strong running down that left flank. And he's picked out the run. Vega. Mbappe! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Mbappe quickly realised that was his only option. It's very fast thinking.
Foyt. Merino. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he shoots! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Sorloth. And he's in on goal. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, that's superb. Merino goes for a shot! come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Villarreal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pedri. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking to play him in. He is through here. Oh, well played, well played.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Not the most accurate pass. Played down the flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. And that is expertly dealt with. Dovbyk. And that has been cleared. And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Villarreal go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. There's the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Now this could be a chance. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played. Guardiola engages. Chance, surely! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Corner number 2 then. And he's there to clear it. And now they can clear their lines. And it's lofted through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Tries to play it through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Villarreal are still that goal to the good. Now it's Dovbyk. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Vinicius Junior tries to pass it through. And this is Cruyff. Mbappe.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Vinicius Junior. Pedri. Deflected behind for a corner kick. It's their second corner of the game. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Bebeto. Big chance, must be, there's the shot! Goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Surlot. That's a shade optimistic. Foyt kept his eye on it, and he's there. Over to the left. It's come through, and he's had a quick look inside. Who saw this coming? Extraordinarily, they have been denied as late and as dramatically as can be. Oh, what has happened here? He's had a shot! And he hits the net! And the comeback is complete! That was easy, almost too easy.
Beto really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quick.
Bebeto! And Bebeto! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bebeto is offering a wry smile there.
Madrid have their third corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Ambitious ball here. Vega kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And this is Lewandowski. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's gone in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact...
Tries a shot! He's scored! And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Madrid take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Can he finish? There it is! They have stolen level at the last!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Mbappe! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Mbappe is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And they've got rid. Oh, well measured. Bale. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Madrid have it back and can go again. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. He's picked his way through. Chouameni. And it's Camavinga. Great vision. And he can clear it away. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a brief breather, and then extra time.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 3.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Villarreal did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the... Up he goes! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Lewandowski fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
No, it's not getting there. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Threads one in. Oh, smashing header! Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Madrid get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Deftly away. Well, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Rodrigo.
Well, he certainly...
And that's it for the first half of extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And so the last chance to find a winner. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Guardiola. Villarreal, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Courtois punts it upfield. Played into space. That is ended up in no man's land. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Aims beyond the defence. That's been cut out, well played. Azar. Valverde. Azar. Vinicius Junior. Azar. And he was quick to react.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Pass somewhat off target. Searching pass he's played there. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Can he get on the end of this? Rodrigo. Koundé deals with that comfortably. And that's it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Now this could be a chance. Turns back here, probably the best option. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this lad, Pau Cubarsí, is another defender schooled in the art of total football. I mean, the strength is part of the package for any centre-back, but what marks him out is his excellent reading of the game, his confidence to go and get on the ball and link up with people further up the pitch. This guy's outstanding.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Surlot, he's in a great position here, out towards the flank. Foyt, it's a good spell of possession, this. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Araujo. And it's Azar. Casado. Bellingham producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And it's Lewandowski. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Camavinga. And it's Pedri. Merino. Foyt. Casado. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He's in space and looking for options. Lovely feet. Swings it across. Vega clears it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. And this is Levin. He's had a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Out to the right. Pings it across. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Surlot really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Bellingham! Really well taken goal. Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
Yeah, the assistant did have his flag up. The referee seemed to spot it late, though. Nevertheless, the right decision.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Now that looks a decent ball. Mikel Merino is there to clear. Casado. It's Pedri. That's a good ball out wide. Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. Mikel Merino with the clearance. Hazard. And this is Lewandowski. And he's managed to get rid. Barcelona have it back and can go again. That has ended up in no man's land. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Guardiola clears. Azar. Oh, a delicate chip through. Camavinga promptly onto that, and that is that. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And we're underway again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Mbappe, Camavinga kept his eye on it, and he's there. And now they can clear their lines. And that's put paid to a promising move. Camavinga. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Camavinga. That's very neat. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's their second corner of the game. Unai Simon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Griezmann. Camavinga crosses it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Looking for options for movement. And this is Azar. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. 60 minutes played. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Camavinga. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Barcelona have their third corner. Has a shot! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
That is very well defended. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's nice. Quick look, then plays it in. Vega attempts a clearance. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Pedri. Well, there's the clearance. Casado. Barcelona go in search of a late winner. And it's Griezmann. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Mbappe. Threads one in. Played into space out wide. Terrific header! Sticks it away! Finally the breakthrough!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14, el dorsal 12.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. A 1-0 lead established.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Villarreal are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Oh, that's neat. And it's Azar. Ter Stegen. And Alexander-Arnold. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. And Kubasi. Camavinga. And it's Azar.
Un minuto de descuento.
Nicely weighted ball. He's through here. Azar. And the referee brings it to a close. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. These high, steep stands at Signal Iduna Park really do create an intimidating environment for every visiting side. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And he's there to get it away. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass. Face to face with the keeper. Takes a shot! It's there! First blood drawn. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So, a breakthrough already. Balde tries a cross. That's an imaginative pass. And it's Pedri. Looking tidy in possession here. Balde looking to run onto it. Ah, that's a fine interception. He can get that clear. Vega. And it's Balde. Can he get it through? Koundé. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Sorloth. Sorloth has been caught there, it's a foul. Bale ready to try one. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Opts to play it back. Quarter of an hour played. Vinicius Junior does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Bale. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Villarreal are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Spread out to the left. Played in deep. Eder Militao attempts a clearance. Vinicius Junior.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, some tackle that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And he's heaved it away. Back into the middle. Villarreal looking to... Solid! And that is wildly off target.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Played into space. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. Vega. And it's Bale. Now it's Marino. Eder Militao gets it clear. Bale's cross. Cleared without hesitation. And he's cut it out. Vinicius Junior.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, that's well spotted. Vega. Foyt. For Marino. It's a searching pass.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he's there to clear it. Marino. Turns back here, probably the best option. Subimendi. Looking to play him in.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Rudiger.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
He's a sharp little ball here. Merino. And it's Subimendi. Merino. Subimendi. For Merino. Good take, and is he in? Pedri showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. It's a really well-measured ball. Bale picks it up out wide. That's a corner kick.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Decent chance! This possibly the last play of the half. Bale plays it short. Yamal. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Messi. And he welcomes it in. Picked out Mbappe! It's a goal! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
And there is the half-time whistle. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
This is a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in the green backpack kindly contact a nearby member of staff?
Here we go again then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Subimendi. No, again there's no way through. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Not the most accurate pass. Pedri. And it's Balde. Pass somewhat off target. Messi absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise.
And the finish! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Tries a shot! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
So, third corner of the game. Up he goes! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. So their fourth corner of the game. Bale goes short. Deep cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. There's the shot! And again!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
The attendance for this match was 60,000.
Trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, the ball just didn't work out. He's one-on-one, surely! Chance, surely! It's in! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. That was a given, it always was.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Madrid are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Madrid are looking to go forward now. Vinicius Junior. That has not gone well. Yamal.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's been slipped through. And here's Mbappe. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, well played, well played. Subimendi. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Merino. Nicely spread. Bale. Chance for a shot! Corner count is rising. That's 6.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Balde. Number 14, Service. Number 9, Vinicius Junior. Number 17, Mikel Merino. Number 10, Pedri.
And it's been taken
Coming
short.
on the field,
Delivers the
number
ball.
20,
He gets big.
Robert Lewandowski.
Koundé clears it
Number
away.
19, Alvarez.
And now a sudden chance to
Number
counter.
21, Hazard. Number
He's
4,
on it. Can he get away?
Johan Cruyff.
Well, it didn't look good for a
Number
while,
28,
but that was brave
Ricky Boy.
defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Yamal looks to get on the end of this. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Decent chance! In for the pieces! Goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's become a case of men against boys. And he shoots! He's got to be quick to recover this. Oh, good steal, he just read it. It's a lucky 7th corner. Terrific header! He's put it wide. Looking for options for movement.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Rudiger. Ricky Puig. And it's Azar. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, it's Bebeto. Yamal, very much a man of this moment.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Shifted it to the flank. Ricky Puig. Aimed beyond the defence. And across it goes. Oh, this looks sharp. Bale. And it's Cruyff. It's a good spell of possession, this. It's Lewandowski! Well, the corners keep on coming. This is their 8th of the game now. Bale with the short one. In towards the back stick. And it's hoisted clear. And that will be the final act. Villarreal bow out, defeat sealing their fate.
Today, please watch the screen for train
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a painful watch, very painful.
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first-day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here. And he cuts out the supply. Well, nicely intercepted. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Threads one in, and he's in on goal. Can he finish? Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Cruyff was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Foyt.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Mbappe. Nice interception, well timed. Chouameni tries to pass it through. Now it's Bellingham. A lot of space ahead of him. And the shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Vega. Spread it left. And it's Guardiola. Bellingham, who does have an assist to his name. Bellingham. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. He's picked his way through. Jordi Alba, terrific header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Merino. Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. And here's Mbappe.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be...
Takes a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he's there to get it away. Played into space. Vinicius Junior receives... And the shot! Villarreal with the corner, they're first. Cruyff plays it short. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cruyff gets into a good position. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Valverde. Guardiola. Great vision. Messi has it out wide and in space. Now there's a shot at goal! They've scored! Into the lead once more. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And it's Bellingham. Merino. It's Cruyff. Cruyff.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Jordi Alba. Cruyff. And Cruyff! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Cruyff clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him then.
Can he get on the end of this? Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. And it's Cruyff. Quick look, then plays it in. Cleared without hesitation. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
For Merino. Cruyff. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Whatever happens, that's the kind of move.
Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Bale. Eder Militao deals with that comfortably. Messi. Bellingham. Eder Militao. Jordi Alba is looking to influence the game from out wide. Villarreal needing a change of fortune here. And this is Stoichkov. Shoots! Oh, taken with style! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14, el dorsal 19, Messi, serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Valverde.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Goulet. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Goulet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That looks a decent ball. This looks promising. He is through. Shot, surely! Oh, it's come loose. And Bebeto! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short, turns and goes back. Can he get away here?
Such good technique.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Bale.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Cruyff. Knocks it out wide. Vinicius Junior. And the shot's Mbappe! Eder Militao. And it's Arda Güler. And this is Stoichkov. And this is Stoichkov. Oh, no joy this time. Arda Güler. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Now it's Güler. Chouameni. Passing is crisp and sharp. Aims beyond the defence. Looking to play him in. Cruyff. Now it's Mbappe. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Güler. He's got away. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery, The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Jordi Alba. Chouameni. That's really well manoeuvred. Jordi Alba. Oh, well played, well played. And that is that. Villarreal were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply